Good morning. Welcome to another Title Tuesday with the Forgiven Former Feminist. Today we are going to be reviewing another children's book. This one is When God Made You by Matthew Paul Turner, and it is illustrated by David Catrow. So I want to start by saying that I really wanted to like this book. Anything that encourages children to be themselves and not a Disney princess and not Captain America, but to be themselves and to worship God in and of themselves is usually an A+ in my book. However, as good as this book starts out, it ends up in a place that I'm just not comfortable with. And if you have ever been to my house, then you know that these little pink sticky notes are kind of the sticky note of death. When a book has one of these in them, and this one has two, that it is usually a sign that there was a theological problem with the book, or the facts didn't check out, or it was plagiarized, or something along those notes. With this one, it's more of the fact that I'm uncomfortable with the end of the story. So let me just explain a little bit about the book. So the illustrations in it are fabulous, and as we've talked about before, when you're doing children's books, the illustrations are really important. Let me just show you right quick. So the illustrations are very, very good, very detailed, and I think it's fabulous. But the problem comes, this book is about how God made each person to be an individual, not just like everybody else. You don't have to conform to other people's idea of what's interesting or beautiful or anything else, frankly, that God made you to be you. One of the parts of the book that I really liked, it says, because God loves you creating, your true self displaying, when light on the inside through art is portraying, when you make believe the stories conceived, the heroics, the magic, those tricks up your sleeve, when you dance alone, spinning like a cyclone, being whoever, whatever, in a world all your own. God smiles, and here's why: the spark in your eye, a familiar reflection shines bright inside. Okay, so I really like that part. I really like that it talks about the fact that God created us to reflect His glory. I think that's awesome. But when we move forward in the book, it says, because when God made you and the world oohed and awed, in heaven they called you an image of God. Yes, we are an image of God, and that's awesome. But the problem comes with the world oohed and awed. I don't like the worshipful aspect of the child, the idea that the world just was flabbergasted that this child was created. It sounds like a small thing, but it's really not. When you have children and you continue to inundate them with this "you are the best thing that ever happened to the world" idea, you get hyper-inflated children. You get children that grow into adults that think the entire world revolves around them. And I know that that doesn't seem like a big part in the book, but let's go to the second sticky note. It says, you being you is God's dream come true. That's the part that made me give this book a C. I cannot support anyone saying that you being you is God's dream come true. The purpose of mankind is to glorify Christ and to worship God the Father. That's the point. Nowhere in there is it that God's heart is for us to live a good life being who we are. That's not the point. The point of our existence is to determine God's will for our life and then to use it to glorify Christ, not the other way around. And so overall, I love the illustrations in this book. I love the support of, hey, go be original, don't be copycats of everything else. That's awesome. But I can't condone the worshipful aspect of this book. So the self-worship, the worship of child. So overall, I'm going to have to give this book a C-. Thanks for watching.